Greetings fellow guitar travellers, it's Rowan J Parker here and welcome to another episode of Judge Shred, I Am the Law. On this week's episode of Judge Shred we're going to be continuing our investigation to all things sweep related, and this week's episode is all about economy picking. That's right, we've got some outrageous descending economy picked runs to present to you. So we're going to get straight into that. Without further ado, buckle up and let's rock. Pretty rippingly awesome, I think you'll agree. So before we go ahead and show it to you, I'm going to give a shameless plug for one of the products on my website. That's at www.rowanjparker.com. It's called Don't Fear the Sweeper. So if you're interested in developing your sweep picking to a very high level, this is the video to get, because it is a 3-hour sweep picking extravaganza covering all manner of things to do with the technique, and by the end of the video you should have developed some pretty awesome sweep picking chops. So that's the one to investigate. Right, enough of plugging my greatness and my products, let's get into showing you this lick. Here we go. Let's have a brief look at the chord progression which underlies this lick, and it is a very common and, dare I say, cliched rock chord progression. It's in the key of C minor, and the chords are as follows: C minor, and then B flat, then A flat, back to B flat, C minor again, B flat, A flat, and then G, finally resolving on C minor. So all the runs that I'll be playing reflect harmonically the chord, so you should be able to hear the outline of the chord progression in the runs. Okay, so without further ado, let's just begin to show you the first scale run over the C minor chord, and it sounds like this. Let's have a listen. Which I think you'll agree has a very strong C minor sound. Now here are the notes. We have A flat G, and then F, E flat D, and then C, B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat, D and C. Here is the verbal tab. It's high 16, 15, B, that will be 18, 16, 15, G, 17, 15, 13, and then on the D, 17, 15, 13, and then on the A, it's 17 and 15. And the digitation here, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2. Okay, so that's the descending scale shape, just straight down C minor or C aeolian if you prefer. Now, the thing about the lick, the run that's important is the picking. So let me just demonstrate the picking very slowly. So it is down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, down. So you have to ensure that when you do the two upstrokes that they are one continuous motion and not two separated strokes, because if you do two separated strokes that won't be sweep picking or economy picking, it'll be merely two upstrokes and you will not be able to get that quickly. So the difficulty with economy picking is really ensuring that the separation between the two notes is good while at the same time doing one continuous motion with the right hand. And that does take some practice. The massive advantage with this is you can get it outrageously quick. You can get it probably quicker than you could alternate pick with a lot less effort, because you're doing a third less plectrum strokes. So obviously you're going to be able to do it quicker and more seamlessly. My absolute limit for alternate picking is, for instance, round about 14 notes per second, but with economy picking I can easily reach 16, 17, possibly even 18 notes per second, so quite a bit quicker and it's a lot less hard work. So certainly worth investigating for that reason. So this picking pattern I've showed you is the same for all the runs. So what to do is get this first run down before you try any of the rest. Alright, let's whiz through the other few runs. Here's the second run, sounds like this one. Okie dokie, and the notes we have: G, F, E flat, D, C, B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. Verbal tab, it's high 15, 13, and then B, 16, 15, 13, and then we have G, 15, 13, 12, D, 15, 13, 12, and then A, 15, 13. Digitation 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2. Okay, picked exactly the same way as the previous run. Let's move on again. Here is the third run over the A flat major chord. Sounds like this one. Alrighty, and the notes are F, E flat, D, C, B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat, D, C, and then B flat and A flat. Verbal tab, that will be high E 13 and then 11, and then B 15, 13, 11, and then G 13, 12 and 10, D 13, 12, 10, and then A is 13 and 11. Digitation, a little bit unusual digitation here, finger 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2. So it's a little bit harder, that one. Feels a bit more awkward underneath the left hand. Alright, now the next run just returns to the second one. It's the same as the second run because it's over the chord of B flat. So just to clarify, the first 4 runs at a slow tempo. Then it's this one. Then it's this one. Then back to this one. Alright, now that's the first half. Now the second half is the same, apart from the last run on the G7 chord. So we do these 3 runs again. On the C minor, then on the B flat, then on the A flat. And the last time over the G7 is this run, which is down C harmonic minor or G Phrygian dominant if you prefer to call it that. So I'll just go ahead and show you this run over the G7. We have, first of all, notes. We're going to have E flat, then D, and then C, B, A flat, G, F, E flat, D, C, B, A flat, G. And let's see verbal tab. We have high E 11, 10, then B, 13, 12, 9, then G, 12, 10, 8, then D, 12, 10, 9, and then A is 11 and 10, this one. If you've played harmonic minor scales before, it won't be a problem. If you haven't, this might feel a little bit unusual, but the picking is nevertheless the same. And let's just give you the digitation just for utter clarity. It's fingers 2, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 2. Okay? Alright, and that's the descending G7 run, and then to finish off the entire lick, I just played a C minor arpeggio at the end. Fairly straightforward standard C minor arpeggio, but I'll go ahead and show it to you anyway. The notes are C, E flat, G, C, E flat, G, C minor triad. The fret numbers, we have A, 15, D, 13, G12, B13, high E11, and then high E15. And the picking, well, it's all one sweep pick down, so 5 downstrokes, down, 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 and then it's an up, then a pull off, then up, 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 up. So down, 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 up, pull, up, 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 up. That one. Sometimes I cheat a little bit and I will not sweep on the way down, I'll just use my left hand. Doesn't really come out with a clean tone, but with distortion, yeah, it does come out. So if you feel like cheating, you try that as well. Alright, now this is a lot of information, clearly. So if you find that you're being overwhelmed by the number of notes and it feels too complicated to learn, when this series is finished, I will be releasing tablature for all these episodes on my website. So don't despair if you can't pick it up from the video. There will be tab coming sooner or later. Alright, well, that's the end of that rather lengthy explanation of how to play this riff. Let's listen to the whole thing one more time. Let's rock! Okay, hope you you enjoyed that episode. This one is a bit of a monster, I know, and it does take some effort to get the economy picking together, but believe me, it is worth it because you can play with a great deal of fluidity at absolute face-melting tempo, which is what Judge Shred is all about, frankly. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll check you out in the next episode. Before I sign off, encourage you to have a look at the website. That's www.rowanjparker.com. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I have a Facebook page you can like if you like. YouTube channel, of course, burgeoning with videos. I also have a lot of free material on SoundCloud. That's at Rowan-Parker. And then you can also buy products from my website, and you can also subscribe to the website to get even more free and exclusive stuff. All you need to do is stick your email address in the subscribe box, hit subscribe, and then bingo. A world of guitar, a veritable smorgasbord is available for you for zip. So it's a no-brainer. Get subscribing. Alright, that's it. I will see you next time for another episode of The Return of Judge Shred. Remember, here's the law. Farewell.